Well, good morning. It's been over a month now since I did the 50k UTS run, and I've spent the last month just relaxing and reflecting a bit on that race and all that it meant, and haven't really done any running. I've done a few little runs. I ran in the local Martian race on Horsell Common, so named because the Martians landed in Horsell Common in H.G. Wells's War of the Worlds. And I've been on a few runs here and there, but essentially I've just been relaxing and getting away from climbing up mountains. I've been looking ahead and thinking about the next challenge that I want to do, and I've made my selection, and I've decided that the big challenge for this year is going to be the UTMB Arc of Attrition 50-mile race in Cornwall at the end of January. So that's a slight step up in length of run, a very different type of race on the coast and very undulating compared to Snowdon, but certainly a challenge in its own right. So that's in January, which means that the 18-week block of training for that starts at the end of September. So in the meantime, Nicky and I booked up a race in the Lake District as well in September. We're going to do the 2 Valleys race, which is part of a 5 Valleys and 13 Valleys race, and that's near Keswick. So we may walk that just to give that a bit of a recce. And as you can see by the background, we're not in Surrey. We are in fact in the Lake District itself. We've come up here for the week just to enjoy a bit of fell walking, and we've had a really good time so far. We've been here 3 days and we've visited numerous waterfalls, spectacular scenery all around us, and we went to a really amazing slate museum, or slate quarry rather, yesterday, where they chiselled out the inside of a hill and extracted all of the slate. Quite spectacular here in the Lake District. Feels much less rugged and more beautiful, if that's possible, than Snowdon. You've got very undulating hills with greenery that over the top of them, beautiful waterfalls like the one over there you can see, and everywhere you look there's walkers having a good time. We're staying in Ambleside, which we were told by a couple of local people yesterday is the walkers town in the Lake District. People who are serious about their walking go to Ambleside, and you can tell that by all the various specialist shops. And today we've gone for one of the big bucket list walks. We're going up Helvellyn. So it's about 13 or 14k walk. We're going up from Thirlmere Lake and up to the top of Helvellyn, down Griesdale, and then back to the car park at the bottom. So looking forward to this. Should be some spectacular scenery today, already is, and the weather's looking good, nice and cloudy for this morning and getting sunnier for this afternoon on our descent. Yeah, we've been very impressed with the quality of the national park so far. All the paths have been amazing build quality, loads of facilities, lots of farmers and people who own houses along trail routes selling tea and coffees and soups and sandwiches and everything any walker could want, really. So it's very impressed. National Trust do a good job. We're just trying to catch some footage of the RAF typhoons, because we've seen at least 2 or 3 a day zooming through the valleys, doing their training runs, but they're very difficult to spot because by the time you hear them, they tend to be over your head, which doesn't need much time for me to get my camera out. So the challenge for the week is to capture a typhoon on camera. Yeah, that striding edge, you can see some people just crawling over the top of that. We've just come up to the top of Helvellyn. It's been a very straightforward walk, I think, today. Some nice steps for the first half of the walk, and then a very easy to follow path to the remainder of the walk. We're going to go back on ourselves after we've gone up to the summit here. We've just had a really good view of Striding Edge from the side, and we saw lots of people going up there, and pretty cool way to come up Helvellyn. So I would say this is a moderate walk, very pleasant, easy to navigate, and a good way to get to Helvellyn. Apparently the first aeroplane to ever land on a mountain in Great Britain landed right here in 1926. John Leeming and Bert Hinkler landed here in a Avro 585 Gosport, and it says here after a short stay they flew back to Woodford. There you go, about 30 metres away from the summit of Helvellyn. Well, we made it up to the top of Helvellyn. It's an absolute motorway sized path up here. Certainly very touristy friendly. Absolutely enormous. But some absolutely spectacular views looking down. We're going to head back the other way to go around Griesdale and the Tarn there. Sheep.
He'll come get you. That's not bad at all, I don't think. Walking along there. We could do that.
You don't need to repeat that for the camera. Well, the sun's out now and we've got Striding Edge behind us, and certainly some amazing views as we head back off the summit down to Griesdale and the Tarn there. Well, we've just dropped off the Helvellyn Ridge and now we're just making our way around, I think this is called Griesdale, and we're going to go all the way around this tarn at the bottom and then over and back down into Thirlmere for the end of our walk. So I think we've got about another 5k to go. We're just making our way around here at the moment. now exiting this part of the mountains, dropping back down into the valley and back to the car park. That's taken us 4 hours and 20 minutes so far to do around 8k. So a nice relaxed walk and another 4 or 5k left to go. So it's a very, very comfortable 6 or 7 hour walk, I would say. And we're just looking for a sunny spot to have our next snack. Okay, sounds good. Okay, that's the end of our walk today. 16 kilometres, Helvellyn, Griesdale Tarn, down the valley, onto the road and back up to the car. So very nice walk, about 1,000 metres of elevation, and I'll put the route on my Strava link if you are following me, and you can download it if you are in the Lake District. I would recommend it as a nice day trip. So tomorrow we are off whitewater rafting, so a bit of a break from walking. It should be a good experience. We'll see you then.